Hey everybody, this is Casey here with Art of Divine Touch. I'm feeling really deeply in my soul right now after doing my research and going all through YouTube channels and connecting and hearing all the many different perspectives. And it's interesting enough how even when you get out of certain specific cultures or organized religion or even science and history, and you get even deeper past history as what we know it in each different country, what people have created and cultivated, but also our galactic origins and where we come from. It's still so fear-based. There are so many people out there that are awakening, that are talking about this spiritual awakening, our evolution, raising into a different dimension. And while that is a beautiful thing and will continue to be a huge part of my work, what I'm realizing is so many people through this experience and through taking the time to share it, and then all of those who are not awoke to this concept or thought process of oneness and unconditional love, is Mother Earth, this planet. It all began somewhere, and this planet is a consciousness. Her consciousness materialized into the magnificent thing that we live on. And we have been birthed here as part of this expression, as part of this experience. And we continue to live questioning and in confusion, or needing to know more, or just choosing to go down all the wrong paths, when it's all small truths of the bigger truth. And the bigger truth about this moment, this present moment, is we are human. Yes, I may be a soul, and I may be a star, and I may be this light creature in this body that has materialized to live in this experience. But I'm on planet Earth. She is the mother of my existence for where I am and for this present moment. And we experience this fear and our present day reality around aliens and UFOs and extraterrestrial beings. And so many of us don't have the knowledge or remember the true essence of those beings and the greater role that we all play, because we let ego rule our entire existence, so much so that we have forgot about the mother of our existence, Gaia, this sweet, beautiful, life-giving being that we live on. And we have all this fear of not knowing what comes next, and of seeing the planet and the natural disasters and this kind of rejection that has taken place. Rejection in our own well-being, towards ourselves, towards others, and towards this space. We have rejected this Mother Earth, where she had completely accepted us. I am beyond myself through this whole process of needing to dig deeper and make sure that I have all the right words, to make sure that I have all the right expression in the most simple yet understood way to the rest of the world out there, to all of these other beings. and to knowing that because I am aware that I am more than just a human, that I can share this planet with other beings that are so much more than human, all of us. But we've also just fought and resisted the awareness of what it means to be human. And we have denied our humanness the same way that we have denied this planet. We have treated ourselves wrongly and others the same way that we have treated her. This is all happening because we have made decisions over a period of lifetime, and because beings before us had made similar decisions. But Mother Earth has been constantly and selflessly giving and purifying and cleansing herself as she needs to, based on the bacteria and the inhabitants that live on her. Energetically and emotionally and spiritually and physically, and all forms of this expression that we are, we have the ability to make decisions, to be aware of our thought process and to change that thought process. Not to sink deeper and always discussing the different layers of dimensions or the different layers of beings out there, the different origins, and all those things are important and beautiful. But everybody seems to need to prove their point around those experiences and those theories and those philosophies. And so many of them are all smaller truths of the greater truth. But the truth in this present moment is now that we live on this planet, that she has the ability to take care of us, to heal us, and we have the ability to take care of her and heal her selflessly, unconditionally. And we are so lost and confused and caught up, even when we think we are aware. A few days ago, I was getting my gardening time in. And being in nature is that simple moment, being with her energetically and spiritually and emotionally in tuned in this place of understanding the process of seasons and how the garden works and how things die and how things are reborn. And a lot of some of the spiritual awakening that is taking place is the fact that we have the ability to live longer lives, to have body-soul oneness, to experience forms of immortality the same as other races do when you do the research and you get to that knowledge. But for now, with that being said, we've always had that ability to be fully present with her and to experience and to live so much more without that pain, without that fear, without that worry. And I got this psychic download while I was pulling the weeds out. And I was doing this early fall process and collecting herbs and getting rid of the dead ones. And there's so many gardens to be tended to, and I was starting in the flower garden and a small section of the herbs. And I got to this place of where I couldn't stop repeating in my meditations, this early death, this early death. And it was so simple in the moment about the fact that I was taking all of these plants a little earlier, but also because of these natural disasters that are taking place within the earth, within the process, the many souls that are passing on to the next journey, to the next phase. And I kept getting this resonance in my body of this early death taking place and our perception of death and what has always been a dark journey because we don't remember and it seems so unknown. But also in that moment, upon becoming aware that I was repeating this phase and that this voice was speaking through me, I connected deeply in a different way with Mother Earth, resonating with her the same as if I was connecting to a human spirit on the other side, so real and so vibrant and so clear, yet so vast. And she had said to me, upon the fact that I was repeating early death, it came to this pivotal moment of, I do this so you don't have to. This simple phrase, this sound, this word, this vibration, this feeling from Mother Earth in this moment, speaking and resonating with the vibrations of death and the energetic feeling through the plants and what was taking place and our ability to live here on this planet and to experience her in her fullness through being one with her, through eating organically, through taking in her food, her medicine, what she offers, what the earth has provided to its fullness and how we provide for her. And she told me, I do this so you don't have to. To contemplate in that moment that living constantly, everlong, everlasting, infinitely, the same way Jesus came through on Easter and expressed to us this life that is taking place, being one with Source, one with body, going through this transformational experience, this death, through this sacrifice, and how so many other divine masters and deities and beautiful stories of beautiful people pushing to be one with her, to be accepting of humanity, but to be fully aware of the Great Spirit and this constant source of life and the soul that is within us. I just deeply channeled so much in that moment and some of the so many simple words. And it reminded me that as a young child, before I was even aware of structured religion or organized religion or science or what yoga was or what Jesus meant, I always felt that I was immortal. I saw my first light creature physically, full of glitter, taking up space. This beautiful being was standing over top of my granny, my grandmother, and I was 4 years old, and there was a time before the ages of 7 and 6 that there was this knowing that of things that I was experiencing, my connection to the earth, to herbs, to using that as medicine or magical ritual, things before I knew what confirmation was, or the Lutheran Church, or the Pentecostal religion, before I knew what any of those things were, when God would speak through me as an innocence of child and having early memory. I was this light creature, this being, experiencing this human body, and I was so deeply connected to the earth, and I just thought that I was going to live forever. I knew that I was going to live forever. But I was a body and I was a soul, and there was oneness. And no one had yet to tell me that the physical death or the spiritual death were one and the same or any different. It was just a knowing. And we get conditioned out of that because we have created this reality through history and over time because of the decisions that we have made from our separateness, from rejection in ourselves, in the world, and in Mother Earth. And she is cleansing herself the way that she needs to, purifying this space and this environment, and doing what is natural for her, and through her own consciousness, contemplating every bit of her existence for her own evolution, the same as we are evolving. Not only do we have to be aware of that spiritual evolution, but we need to see how it affects our physical reality. And to not deny ourselves, our humanity, or Mother Earth any longer. Thank you for being present and for taking a moment to get back into the deeper awareness of this present Earth and this space and time that we live in with her, and what it means for our existence and for our evolution, and the importance of the breath that is life, that is within us and that is within her, and moving effortlessly and without resistance in time with her. Thank you.